And our safety record has been amazing, and thanks to the captains and the cabin crew, our colleagues at SAT and air chefs as well, who continuously support us to make sure that our value proposition to our customers is very solid. And very important as well, we've been very consistent. All the scheduled trips that we have put on our schedule, we've managed to complete that. Where we've realized that there were some challenges because maybe we didn't have enough passengers on a particular trip, we have communicated that on time and we've made those particular adjustments on time. What am I saying? Our values is of that of transparency, to make sure we communicate with our customers on time. We deliver our services consistently. Consistently is very important. When we say we're going to depart on a particular day, we will do that. And very important that we will bring reliable aircraft on the market as well, so that you can feel the safety as well. We'll continue to be robust in our training. We'll make sure that our crew members spend enough hours of training so that they can always make sure that they deliver the best quality. The future, how it looks like at SAA is that as the market normalizes, we'll start looking at getting back into the international routes. And also the international routes, as we do them, we'll look at those markets that were good to us before. We'll look at those markets now, how they are, and then based on the best business case, we'll explore those. So we're not just going to go there recklessly and start flying. We need to make sure that it is something that we can sustain going forward. But we are excited. We're excited that we are getting into this space. We're looking forward to just really hosting you on our aircraft as well. So please do support us. And please do tell everyone that SAA is now flying. And we are very grateful that we can be back in the province of KZN. I thank you.
Thomas, Paula, thank you very much indeed. You referenced the oil price. I've just Googled the current price. Right now, my phone went into self-destruct mode. Thomas spoke about going back to Mauritius, which is very exciting for the airline. I did volunteer to facilitate that news conference. And interestingly, Thomas said, no thanks, it's fine. But I did reference when I started proceedings how excited everyone was to land today. The water salute was absolutely awesome. We had a great clean aircraft to go back to Johannesburg, which was wonderful. But thank you so much to the Airports Company South Africa in welcoming us. And to that extent, thank you. Personality, where are you? If I could ask you to come and say a few words of welcome. And will you be giving SAA a water cannon salute every time it lands?
Good morning everyone, good weather, and a good welcome to our dancers, and with the future of the province, the future of the city, where we have a kaleidoscope of culture, which we adore, and we want to make sure it translates into peaceful and harmonious existence. And I'll do a few words of welcome to the CEO, the CFO, and all the executives of SAA. And I extend a welcome to you all, the future members. The resumption of our national carrier, thank you. The resumption of our national carrier signifies and demonstrates efforts of recovery and thus rebuilding confidence within the aviation industry. Aviation, which is no small part, remains a key mode of transport with significant contributions to the country. It contributes to the apex priorities of the government, which I'll mention 3 out of 7, economic transformation and job creation, as the CEO mentioned, building a capable, ethical and developmental state, as we wish to aspire to that, and a better Africa and a better world. This as well is in line as us in the Department of Transport with our ministerial mandate of operating with safety and security, again economic growth and job creation, and a seamless integration of public transport across all modes, and accelerating transformation towards greater economic participation. And again, I'll say to all the partners and stakeholders here, from trade and industry, economic development, tourism in the aviation sector, and a warm welcome as well. I'm saying again because a bit superfluous because they are the people who made this possible. But again, I have to thank them and welcome them. And again, welcome and thanks to our dancers, to our ladies. And again, they're also part of this, part of making this successful. And I'm saying, Siyabonga, Nsizwa Zaketi, Siyabonga Dingane Roma. Maybe also importantly, I want to also forward and pass an apology from our CEO, Mr. Bombekov, who had planned to be with us, but had to reschedule because of some other commitments that came out unexpected. But again, I warm welcome to our General Executive, Strategy and Sustainability, Mr. Sam Shilowa, who is with us. Also, the congratulations from our CEO and the entire extra executive in the context of the aviation industry that has just been battered by COVID-19, and we are all recovered from the pandemic as an industry. The domestic market has been critical to the recovery of air travel in South Africa. This now contributes over 86% of our network traffic, compared to what was 9% pre-COVID in 2019. King Chaka Airport is one of the fastest growing AXA airports, and the return of SAA, the Durban route, portrays the resilience of the South African domestic market. The three frequency flights covered can connect the Cape Town region to multiple destinations across the globe through the network of SAA. That's through the SAA network, while providing capacity to accelerate the point-to-point market recovery and the point-to-point connectivity. The results are no less due to the Durban direct efforts, which put together three tiers of government. They put together stakeholders in the trade industry, in tourism, and economic development to make all these endeavors be successful. Through these valuable partnerships and commitments, we are pleased to share that over 60% of domestic route network for KSIA have been restored. So that's how fast we're recovering, and we're not out of COVID yet, but we're already showing signs of growth and recovery. The entire business sustainability and agility to a constantly changing business environment, AXA has embarked on a recover and sustain strategy. This has been coupled with a revision of our governance framework and operating model. But maybe key to this and common in the industry with the alliance with tourism is that we are looking at regionalization and clustering of the network of airports so as to provide a pooled resource strength and enable air access to formerly less serviced areas. We also built in provincial networks to fit into the main airports and to the SADC region, the entire continent and the world. We want to enhance accessibility of airports and the airport economy for local communities and business with deliberate intermodal transport interchanges at our airports. As a collective, we want to connect people to people, connect people to places, connect people to dreams, and connect people to opportunities. Over and above the statistics of recovery, by increasing routes created and capacity and revenue. How we do this will contribute to the greater good and objective of our collective social compact to the economy, people and society, and natural environment. And in the process, creating a sustainable industry and developmental state, a better Africa, a better world, not just for now, but for future generations. Having gone through a pandemic and other negative impacts to our businesses and industry, these are the lessons that we should take from our collective resilience, build into our future business community plans, regenerate our social, common morals, and ethical frameworks for future generations to inherit a better continent and a better world. With those few words, I again warmly welcome you, SAA, to King Chaka International Airport. And we are hoping that we will soar high again, will make us proud, will make South Africa proud, will make Africa proud, will again claim our place among the continent and among the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much to the airport company for hosting us here today. We really appreciate it. Kosanati, you talk about connection to opportunity, you talk about connection to the economy. It's also about connection to holidays and to tourism. And tourism and SAA are inextricably linked. I'm always very nervous about quoting statistics, but I will. The figures that I read is that tourism to Durban and the greater province accounts for something in the region of 12 billion rand a year. Let me say that again, 12 billion rand a year from Stats SA. That is an enormous responsibility for the airline. It's also an enormous responsibility for South African tourism. And to that end, let me call on Themba Khumalo now, the Acting Chief Executive of SA Tourism, to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Jeremy, and thank you very much to everybody who has made it here today. I just want to say 3 quick things and I'll get out of the way. You know, one of the most exciting, one of the most nourishing, one of the most enriching experiences that a person can go through as South African on foreign soil is as you walk down a foreign airport and you look out the window and you see the tail of South African Airways on foreign terminals. That experience cannot be replaced by anything. I'm saying this as a segue to the fact that our brand as a country, as a tourism destination around the world, has to be anchored by pieces of iconography, pieces of South Africa that we export to the rest of the world, that when they see these pieces of iconography, they know that they uniquely belong to this part of the world. And South African Airways has always been that anchor. It contributes to the overall equity of the brand of South Africa in the world. Its absence over the last couple of months has made my job very difficult, I must say that. You know, and I say this with respect to all other airlines, and we appreciate, you know, all airlines that bring people here. But the absence of the iconography of South African Airways has made our lives a lot more difficult. Therefore, when I got the invitation to come here today, there is nothing that was going to keep me away from this particular occasion, because as South Africa regains ground domestically, I know without a shadow of a doubt that it is just a matter of time that South African Airways begins to reclaim every single market that it lost internationally. This past week we launched at South African Tourism our new brand campaign that says "Live Again." So to South African Airways, please live again and reclaim each of those destinations. From a business event standpoint, we launched our campaign "Open Doors." And again, I say to South African Airways, open your doors once more and say to us, "Sawubona, you're welcome." Thank you very much,
Okay, thank you very much indeed. Obviously, just a quick note, SAA would open those doors only when it is safe and appropriate. Folks, that's it. Thank you very much for coming. Thomas and Tika, if you're around as well for the next 10 minutes or so, we're very happy to take questions. This is the moment at news conferences where people who are going to answer those questions are always saying to themselves, please no one raise their hand, because an awkward one might be coming. But folks, an opportunity, if you need to. If not, that's fine as well. Thomas, I do know that you are available. I'm coming to you now, sir. Available if we can, our colleague at SA will manage the time in terms of one-on-one interviews. But